ladies and gentlemen. One thing that Washington, D.C. is in fear of is they're standing with the black vote. They know it's not good. They know they haven't done anything. And they know how angry many people are in the community at Joe Biden and his administration and the Congress and the Senate. And it's not like they're doing anything to turn it around. They have done for everybody, but they have done specific things for different groups. But whenever it's us and we raise issues, they want to go into the song and dance about everybody. No, we're not concerned about everybody, and it's not our obligation to be concerned about everybody. So don't come to us if that's the way you're going to talk to us. When you have a real plan on the table, the specific things we want is a crime bill, and we want reparations. If you can't come to us with things that are specific for us, we're not talking about some holidays and some symbolism stuff that you always love to do. We're not asking for those things. We want the things that really matter. And as long as you keep turning away from those things, then if you lose the vote, then that's on you. That is squarely your fault. That is squarely Joe Biden's fault. Plain and simple. Nobody else is responsible. He was the one that stood on that podium and said that black people had his back and he was going to have our back too. And he must mean turn his back on us because that's the only thing he's done. Maybe that's what he really meant. So disappointed by the Democrats, many people are tired of seeing them freely spend for everyone else and every other issue, including Ukraine, and keep delivering empty promises. Well, that benign and neglect can only get you but so far, but many are noticing how the Democratic Party have literally done nothing. It's all about a bunch of word salad and lip service when it comes down to us. But with all other communities, they seem to be able to deliver. And people are really simply tired of it. So, and it's not like they're going above and beyond to even try. They're not even attempting to try. So it seems like they do a lot to try to make it seem like they are the party for young black men or black men as a whole, but they don't back it up with anything. They sure don't, and they're not going to. When they're dealing with us, they're trying to look for loopholes to get out of everything. That's how they deal with us. With anyone else that address them, they are trying to look for ways that they can help. Yeah, all they want to do is ride the wave of symbolism, you know. And if Joe Biden is struggling in the polls with black voters, then that's on him. It is not up to us to get him out of anything. And we should not be taking on that obligation. When they play benign and neglect with us, we should play benign and neglect right back with them. Trust me, if they see your intention is never to help them again, oh, they'll change their tune real fast. But right now, they're still hoping that they can turn you around and you'll feel bad enough to get out there and vote for them. I'm not going to feel bad for no one in the Democratic Party. None of them. Okay. And Joe Biden, if anything, should have been catering to black voters because it was black voters that played a huge role in him getting elected in the first place. It was. And even along the way, he said stupid things. Y'all remember when he said, Black parents can't read? We are some of the most literate people in this country because And the reason why we are is because we were denied the right to even read at one point in time. And when we were able to read, we went above and beyond to make sure we could. So, no, we're not illiterate. We are probably the most literate out of all groups here. So, ladies and gentlemen, my thing is, since you love the immigrants and you love all these other groups, then why don't you rally them all together and let them know they owe you. You've done for all of them, and they need to return the favor by voting for you. But you know that's not going to happen. And their numbers are not as big as those of the black vote. There are I mean, think about this. There are far more black voters than the Latinos. Y'all always trying to boast what kind of size they got, but they're not a big block when it comes down to voting. They're not. That's why if they were, you would see a lot more pandering to them. You don't see that in every single election cycle because their numbers do not outweigh the black vote. It doesn't. If they thought they could get that vote, they would be all over it. But you notice every single election cycle, they always make their way to the black community. They know who votes for them the most. You just look at the actions. The actions will tell you. It will tell you. I laugh when I had a few people come on my channel saying, oh, they'll make up with, for everything with the Latino vote. No, they won't. They haven't done that even once. That has not happened even once. And you couldn't look at one election cycle and say that it did. And if you did, you're just lying. You're just making it all up. There is no evidence of that. So, no, you're not going to use that group of people to compensate for the lack of black votes that the Biden administration will potentially get, just like the Asian vote does not outweigh the black vote. Okay, even LGBTQ, their votes don't outweigh the black vote. They will always come and pander to the community, but their expectation is to do nothing for you. So if our group is really smart, you would let them know right up front. We will not do for you just like you don't do for us. You would make it plain and clear to them. You would make it plain and clear. You know, Unfortunately, the ones that probably won't waver are your older vote because they feel some sense of obligation to this laughable party that does nothing for them. They're not getting these elder black men and women know darn well they're not getting nothing out of this party too. You know, they know they're not, but they feel a sense of obligation to be out there and vote for some reason. And as far as I heard about the Republicans trying to grab up some of the votes from the black community, I don't believe it's going to be that explosive for the Republicans because you know what? They haven't really been in our corner either. That's just my opinion. You may see it differently, of course, but they haven't really been there for us either. So I'm not feeling it, but I hope it stays like this through the entire election cycle. I hope that losing the men would also cause the women to fall back and not show as much support, and I don't blame them. But the thing is, the Democratic Party, they see what's going on, but do you notice how they're not acting to make sure they correct things or try to turn things around? They're not going to do nothing but come to you with lip service. That's what they're going to do. They're not going to say, okay, let's put pen to paper and come up with some bills that's going to benefit the black community and just the black community. They're not going to do it. They're going to just try to brainstorm and come up with something that doesn't go beyond lip service for the black vote. That's what they're going to do. And I'm just telling you. So, how many are willing to say, you know what, if they don't have anything tangible, I'm not voting? How many are willing to do that in the community? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.